What is up, guys? It's your boy Raven here today with exciting news. We have 3 new tag teams from SM11. So our November set, which is right now like upcoming set in Japan, they are revealed the 3 new amazing tag teams, and we're gonna talk about those tags. I have translation open, and right over here you will see the tag team, and let's just jump right into it because they look amazing. I think, honestly, they look great. Their attacks, well, we'll see as we go. So let's start with the first one, which is Mew and Mewtwo, an amazing tag team. Like, since the tag teams were created, I honestly wanted Mew and Mewtwo, so I'm super happy about it. I'm super excited to see this tag team. First things first, 270 HP, so the same HP as Marshadow Machamp tag team, as Reshizard, so HP level is quite okay. Then we have ability, and that's where the card gets really exciting, because this is basically a Marshadow GX ability, right? And the ability says, I have a translation right over here in front of me. That's why, in my glasses, you probably see the reflection of that. Ability is called Perfection, because of course, Mewtwo Perfection. This Pokemon can use the attacks of any Pokemon GX and any Pokemon EX on your bench or in your discard pile, and in the brackets you still need the necessary energy to use each attack. So this means basically it is a Marshadow GX ability, right? So that's really cool. That's something that I really do like, and I think this tag team will splash in many decks. I can see him splashing like some Reshizards, some maybe even Pikarom. Who knows? Maybe he's gonna splash just for this additional psychic attack, right? Because this is a psychic Pokemon attacking, so weakness will still apply. That's why Marshadow was played in the main deck. So this then it's good to have a similar card to Marshadow GX in a post rotation format. We'll see where the card is gonna go, but then we have a GX attack, and GX attack is 2 psychic and 1 colorless. It deals 200 damage, but if you have at least 1 extra energy attached to it, well, you heal all the damage from each of your Pokemon. What a great attack. And of course, that's attacked him, so you lose 3 prize card if it's actually knocked out. But as a new tag team, I think it's great, and I think as we're gonna look at the rest of the tag team, you're gonna see like the emphasis on the psychic type in general. So that was the Mew and Mewtwo, amazing. I'm curious how the rest of the artwork looks like for this card. The alternative art, rainbow rare, and a full art, because you can go places with this, and you can go really good places actually with this tag team. But let's go to another one, which is really interesting. It's gonna appear in the same thing right over here, and it is an Espeon the Oxys tag team GX with 260 HP, so 10 HP or less than Mew and Mewtwo, which I don't think it's a bad thing, honestly. Everything that has around 260, 250 is quite okay. But again, the power level is only going up. Please, Pokemon, just relax on the power level, because not everyone wants to be like a Yu-Gi-Oh player and play with like 400 HP Pokemons, right? Because then, come on. Alright, so let's check out his attacks. So I have, of course, a translation right over here in front of me. First attack is Psycho Circle. Alright, that's the name of the attack. It's 1 psychic, double colorless energy, and it says 10 plus damage, and the plus means this attack does 30 more damage times the number of psychic Pokemon on your bench. So basically, on its peak, it can deal 160, because you can have 5 Pokemon on bench. 3 times 5, it's 15, plus a 0, it's 150, plus 10, 160 damage. I think it's a decent attack, but it requires a full bench of psychic Pokemons. It will definitely have a place in certain decks. But let's check out the Cross Divide GX move, because maybe that is better, right? Because that's why we have, again, the same amount of energy, 1 psychic, double colorless, put 10 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon in any way you like. So this is basically an Espeon GX move. So what is different? Well, the difference is if this Pokemon has at least 3 extra energy attached to it, put 20 damage counters instead. So if you're facing a deck, like for example in Expanded, when you're facing a Night March, well, you can easily knock out almost everything. for standard, I think this is gonna be a card that sits really good in a spread deck. As of right now, right? As of right now, spread decks, they're picking up some steam. They have good cards. They have a Gengar. They have Cuffing. So definitely, I can see this card and this GX being used as a late game knockout. But early game, I don't know, like it's 200 damage, 6 energy. Even this 10 damage counters, the same attack as a normal Espen GX. So this is kind of a letdown. 160 damage from Psycho Circle. Well, I wish the attack would say, I don't know, like maybe 40 more damage times the number of Psychic. Like that would, put him on the radar of actually knocking out some heavier hitters. But 160, it's okay, it's not as bad. You can always do whatever you want with it. But I think it's gonna be brute in some spread decks. But there we go, one more card that I know my fiance is gonna be excited about, because she loves dark type. And last but not least, it is an Umbreon Darkrai GX deck. So another evolution is gonna happen. It is right here with us, and again, 270 HP. So they're kind of keeping it with 270 HP. They're keeping it with a theme. I think it's okay. I think it's a safe range when the Resh Start is on the field. It's a safe range from him. I wish it would be a little bit different, because well, there are certain power levels that and HP that I don't like. Like really, 270. Okay, guys, I know, but let's start lowering, right? Let's go back to little basics, to basically baby decks being good again, because Reshzard right now is just kicking it. But let's go. 2 dark type energies and 1 colorless for a black lance. It's 150 damage, and this attack does 60 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon GX and EX. Not bad, honestly, not bad attack. It requires 3 energies, but I think it's not that big of a deal. The bench attack is quite okay. Again, you lowering down the HP of your opponent's active. The fact that it's a tag team, because I see this is an attack, and the same goes to Espeon and Deoxys. Like those are the attacks that you might have seen or might have been produced for normal GXs, and they just kind of ran out of ideas. Like, hey, Timmy, listen, we need an attack. Let's do this. Because I was like, I'm missing this something. This, I don't know, like this. So I can't explain that. It's something that will make me play this as a main attacker with 3 prize cards that I'm gonna lose to basically Reshizard, because that's what it is right now, or whatever it's gonna take, or right now still to Lycanroc. Of course, Lycanroc is not gonna be anymore, but there's gonna be another fighting type. Like for example, this is this is a tag team that basically is a one hit. Almost, yeah, with Diancie on the bench, it's one hit KO with a revenge of Marshadow Machamp. So 150 and 60, okay, I would like to see that on a normal GX, not on the tag team. But let's go to a Dead Moon GX, because that's where it should be good, right? It should be amazing. It's 1 color less. Your opponent can't play any trainer cards from their hand during their next turn. Okay, 1 color less, really nice early on lock from you. If you go, if you're going second, you can lock your opponent super fast. Maybe play it with Gengar Mimikyu. Great. If this Pokemon has at least 5 extra darkness energy attached to it, your opponent's active Pokemon is now knocked out. And that is a great GX. That is actually a really good GX. The fact that it requires 6 of anything is kind of worrying, but let's remember that, oh no, the TC is not gonna work because it's not an evolution. Never mind, the TC is not working. We don't have DCE post-rotation, so definitely there has to be a way to put those 5 energies onto him, maybe with Incineroar on the bench and some energy switching going on. Maybe with Naganadel and something that will switch the energy. I can see this, like honestly, I can see this card being played as of like one copy, honestly, like a situational card, one copy, maybe in Zoro Ninja deck that uses a lot of energy, so you have a lot of ways to, switch it, you can do stuff with it. But again, it's a dark type, and honestly, at least for right now, like you're better playing, Baby Umbreon and Hoopa Jigs that are, Hoopa Jig is gonna rotate out by the time this this card is gonna, be out. But still, I feel like, on all of those three cards, right? On all of those three cards. I moved myself. That was not good. On all of those three cards, if you look at it, their attacks honestly look like, they were invented for the normal GX, not necessarily for a tag team. They're not, overpowered like, Reshizard. They are not crazy like, even Pikarom, right, with the 3 energy, and then 200 damage on an active, 150 170 actually on the bench one. That's the thing. I think, they are slowly trying to, put the level down, but at the same time, when they're creating cards, and I'm sorry that I'm repeating myself, like Reshizard, you just can't, because if you're not going to produce a card that can beat him, people are just going to play him for their, that's basically what happened to Zoroark, right? We all know that, Zoroark, it was such a consistent card, such a great card, that it was played from the day one it came out, and slowly, not seeing play anymore, but it's still being played 2 years later. It is crazy. So yeah, I'm really curious on what do you think about those cards? Do you like them? How do you feel about them? Do you think they are going to be meta defining? Are they going to change something? I think again, Mew and Mewtwo, I think this is the best one out of the three. I don't know if I'm actually right, but if I would have to put my money on one of those cards right now, I would honestly put it on Mew and Mewtwo, just because it's such a versatile card. It fits almost anywhere, and if the meta is gonna be Psychic decks and something that is weak to Psychic, that is the way to go, right? That is the way to go. Or if the meta is gonna be countered to even like whatever deck, you can counter it by discarding the card that they created a counter deck and just playing Mew and Mewtwo, just like it was with Marshadow and Machamp. And of course, this is the card that's might go into expanded to some decks like Night March, or maybe even Lost March, right? That can benefit from that, because I have not seen Lost March deck actually playing Marshadow Jack. So who knows? I think art style great. I love the combinations. The combinations are really good, like especially Mew and Mewtwo. When you see tag team, you have those cards in your head, so that's a good combination. Definitely some good abilities. We'll see how their cards gonna play. Yeah, the format post rotation is gonna be interesting, and they keep on doing the tag teams. Good for them. I'm just curious what they're going to announce for Sword and Shield. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. What do you think? Let me know down there in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more news. If you want more news like that, hit the like button. Let me know in the comment section as well. And down there below, you also have a 5% discount on any code you would purchase on Professor Oak. It not only helps you because you have a 5% discount, but it helps the channel to grow even more. Don't forget to check out our Twitch. It's Raven Called Snatchku. That's our Twitch channel. And yeah, see you guys, in another video. Thank you guys for watching. Raven loves ya. Bye.